Hi everybody. Okay, here's another video that's related to the last one I put out. We're getting the same kind of action going on in this area that I've been getting recently. And what's so ironic about all of it is I never had seen this kind of movement before. So something has changed. But anyway, guys, I'm still baffled about the differences between the Navy and the Air Force on why both of them are telling completely different stories. There's so many locals here, if you go through all the comments on YouTube, that have seen similar things. I don't think they've seen this, though, or, you would see more videos out there, but to answer a question I get a lot is that night vision technology is what made this all visible to me. The night vision works so well that I pretty much put the digital cameras down because this is seeing and catching things that other people just don't see. So anyway, the other thing is that my house sits up at an elevation of almost 3,300 feet above sea level. And when you're looking in the videos and you see lights of the city down there, well, they're at least 1,000 feet below me. It's just a long, slow, gradually rising foothills that get me to this point. So a lot of times I'm looking at aircraft that are even lower than I am because they're, 14 or 15 miles away and flying lower. But the other thing is after almost, it's been 9 years of filming these, I've come to the conclusion that they're either one of a few things. The first one is, if you guys are familiar with Charles James Hall, who was the meteorologist for Nellis Air Force Base back in the early 1960s, he was the guy who made the tall whites a household name, at least to people that are interested in UFOs. It took quite a while for me to figure it out, but most of this is all happening in places that Mr. Hall mentions in his testimony over and over again. And I started thinking, wow, wouldn't that be something that more than 50 years later, these things are still there. So that could be one possibility, and it's a strong one. The second one I would think of would be the Space Force. And I'm not talking about the one that Donald Trump made official. I'm talking about the one that a friend of mine who is Welsh and lives in the UK, named Gary McKinnon, exposed back in the 90s when he, just out of curiosity, was able to hack into the computers at Johnson Space Center and NASA. And that's where he found all kinds of evidence of non-terrestrial officers, ship-to-ship transfers. He even found a giant dreadnought type of cigar-shaped mothership, which there aren't just one, there are a number of them. And then supposedly there are quite a few smaller ships, okay? So that could be something. I mean, the reason I say that is because this is the Air Force. Nellis Air Force Base is one of the most important bases there are because of nukes. They have supposedly around 900 of them out there. So who's to say that we're not using technology that's way further ahead now than what we're being told? It took a long time to get the stealth bomber and the fighters and everything where they were known by the public. Last of all, I mean, it could be I don't think this is a very strong possibility, but it could be them just doing whatever they want to do because there's nothing we can do to stop them. And just so that people know, this is not happening on the Nellis test range. You know, this is happening right out in the open over the mountains and behind the mountains north of Las Vegas. Area 51 is a little bit more to the northwest of Las Vegas, but just in this video even, you see these 4 or 5 UFOs flying to the north. It looks like they are going straight in the direction of Area 51. So anyway, I'm going to quit blabbing. I know I'm glad that people want more information, but you know, these are just observations that I have made, and thank you again for sticking with me, especially those of you who are here all the time. I do appreciate it. So take care.